Hello students. Today I'm going to discuss about some basic operations of lathe. Okay, here to this picture we can see the our main objectives that are written here. Okay, our main objectives of this lecture is to cover those topics: principle of lathe machine, types of lathe machine, turning, taper turning, facing, knurling, thread cutting, and drilling. And these turning, taper turning, facing, knurling, these are the operations of lathe. Okay, so I'm going to discuss about these topics through a PowerPoint presentation. At first, I will tell you is the basic principle of a lathe machine. Okay, basically lathe is not machine. Lathe is called machine tool. Okay, why it is called machine tool? I have discussed about this topic in my previous video. That means introduction to lathe part 1. Okay, please watch that video lecture so you can get a brief idea about that. So the principle of lathe is the workpiece held by the chuck, rotating workpiece, and the tool feed against the workpiece. These are the main principles. Okay, again various types of lathe. Actually, in the every slides, it is written that lathe machine, but in actual, I am repeating again. Lathe is not a machine. This is called machine tool. So the types are engine lathe, turret lathe, singular, multiple spindle, automatic lathes, tracer lathes, conventional programming lathe, computerized numerical control lathes. That means the CNC lathe. Okay. So through this lecture, I'm going to discuss about this engine lathe. Okay, I'm not going through the all the topics because these are not in your syllabus. Basically, our main objective uh, for this video lecture is to cover the basic principles or the basic operations by the lathe. Okay, and we are trying to discuss about those topics. At first, this is turning. In this picture, we can see there are two types of turnings, step turning and plain turning. In the left hand side, we can see the picture of a step turning, and in the right hand side, we can see the plain turning picture. Okay, through this turning operation, we can reduce the diameter of our job. Okay, basically. Next is taper turning. This is another type of turning of operations. If we want to reduce the diameter gradually, then we have to prefer this taper turning. Okay, in this picture also we can see the picture is not clear, but we can understand the what is the taper turning. Okay, here is also written uniform decrease or increase in the diameter. Okay, tool mounted on the compound rest and the circular piece gradually in degrees. We have to set the tool in the tool post in terms of degrees. Next, yes, this is the actual picture of uh, turning operation. We can see in this picture the job is held in the chuck, and one is cutting tool that is held in the tool post. Okay, next, another operation that is facing. Okay, the, basically facing produces a flat surface at the end of the workpiece, and it prevents the movement of the carriage by locking it to the lathe bed. By the facing, basically we reduce the length of our job. This is the actual operating picture of a facing operation. We can see the here also the job is held into the chuck, and here is the cutting tool which is performing the facing job, and the cutting tool is held into the tool holder or in the tool post. Okay, next operation that is drilling. Actually, the I have already told that lathe is called machine, not machine. This is called machine tool. Why? because a number of operations we can do by this lathe. Okay, drilling is one of the most popular operations that we perform through lathe. Actually, for, to do these drilling operations, we have to get help of the tailstock. In the tailstock, we have to put an attachment of drilling. Okay, actually our job will rotate through the chuck, and we have to get a help of this tailstock. Next is the actual picture of a drilling operation. Next is gnarling. Gnarling is one of the important operations. Basically, gnarling is used for the gripping purposes. If we want to do any type of impression on a metal, then we have to prefer this operation. This is called gnarling. Okay, it is done at a very low speed, that is 60 to 80 rpm, and the feed is provided, that is 0.38 to 0.76 millimeter per revolution of spindle. Okay. In the every operations, every cases we have to consider the cutting parameters. Okay, like depth of cut, feed, and speed. Next, yes, this is the one of the operations. That is, in the left hand side we can see the total entire job is holding to the chuck, and in the right hand side we can see the job is held through the tailstock. This is one of the applications of tailstock. If our the if our job is longer, then we have to hold the job through the tailstock. And in this picture also we can see we are holding our job through the tailstock. Next operation is thread cutting. uh, Through the lathe machine tool we can cut the threads also, and in the picture we can see the job is rotating in the clockwise direction. Okay, and there is a cutting the turning tool, and with this turning tool that is held in the tool post, and we can cut the threads through it. Yes, this is the conclusion of the lecture. In this picture we can see we can do a number of operations through a lathe. That means facing, taper turning, forming, form turning, not forming, chamfering, cut off, threading, boring, drilling, and knurling. These are the main operations that we can do through lathe. If there is any question, you can write in the comment sections also. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please like and share to your friends. Okay, thank you so much.